What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Between the Flames.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, guys?
We got a special guest, Mike.
Michael, what's happening, guys? Mikey D.
Mike. Got Adam over here.
What up, boys? What up?
Phil. So we got to talk about some things, but first, how you guys feeling?
Feeling good, man. I did not expect to be here today.
So this was a last minute thing, so...
You should always expect to be here. Let's go ahead and toast it up.
Expected. Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Just
woke
boys.
up this morning.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it never gets easier.
I hope so.
Oh, boy. Mayweather and Logan Paul.
This has been the talk for a while now. You know what I mean? It definitely has been.
I don't know. I hear a lot of hype, and then I hear a lot of hate. I don't really know.
It's a little mixture of both. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little mixture of both.
Yeah.
It's a little mixture of both. So, the way I feel about it is, obviously, you all know the fight, obviously already happened. Huge controversy with it, with having with Jake Paul. I don't know if you guys saw that. The whole little debacle that happened with Jake Paul when the whole hat thing. You got your hat, you know what I mean?
Somewhat.
I don't know. I mean, how do you feel as a fighter with it going into that realm of, is this really boxing anymore, or is it just fun and games at this point?
Well, I think anybody that steps into the ring, it's a fight. No matter how it goes down, it's a fight. A lot of people can say things, but when you're not in the ring,
Right.
and you have never been in the ring, it sounds great. Like
Right.
these keyboard warriors and things like
I
that.
can fight
Right.
too.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Right.
But now
we've
anyone
all
could do
been-
this.
Absolutely.
We've all been, yeah.
But now this fight, it was a fight, but Mayweather was facing such size difference and reach difference, and Logan gassed. The third round, he was done,
Right.
which is
You could see
crazy.
it. You could see it in his face.
Yes, if you've been training for a certain amount of time, there's no way you should gas unless you're half-ass training. But he did, and he hugged the rest of the fight.
Right.
So people thought that Mayweather was going to be running and doing all this stuff like he normally does, which he just boxes. But instead, he was pressing the action. I don't hear anybody saying that.
Now, for us, sorry to interrupt. So, for us that don't know what it means to hug during boxing, does that mean you're like, in a sense, trying to take a rest, like a quick rest, or you know what I mean?
If I grab you,
Yeah.
you can't punch me. So when we get close enough, so what I'll do is I'll throw punches, smother you, so
Right.
you can't throw punches, and I'll hug.
Right.
And I can keep doing that. The ref can give a warning. He can actually take a point
Right.
and disqualify.
Really?
Yes. But of course, they want to do that with all the fans.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I know with Jake Paul, the new guy that's coming in.
Now,
well, Jake is not hugging. No, Jake is throwing punches.
Okay.
Jake is a way better fighter than Logan. Logan
100%.
sucks.
100%.
I'm gonna be
gotcha.
honest. Logan has the physique. Jake has the skill.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Logan sucks at boxing. I'll fight you too. But anyway, right?
You heard
Yeah,
it
you heard it here.
You heard
Let's
it here
make this
first.
happen.
The right money. But
I think you know they
I
got
want
it,
to see
so-
that happen.
no, but I mean they take it serious and they train. Oh, I thought Jake took it serious or Logan, but to gas, I don't know. But either way, he was hugging because he was tired. And when you're tired, that's why Connor gassed out in the 6th round.
Right.
And he didn't hug. And we saw what happened with that.
Right,
right.
Mayweather ended up TKO in the 9th or 10th. Something like that.
Right.
Either way, I wouldn't know. But yeah, that's what he was avoiding. So he was hugging a lot, and that's why the fight ended up like that. Because I mean, everybody wanted to see somebody get knocked out, of course.
Yeah.
That's what they paid for.
Yeah. Everyone wants to see a show.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you didn't get a good show because of the hugging.
Right.
And a ref that's designed for this type of match is not going to. I mean, he did a good job of breaking them up, but he's not going to take a point because there's no score. That's the thing. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to take a point, but nobody's going to be declared the winner. So it kind of sucked.
Well, it's kind of those things where, like, it's not really a boxing match, as you would say if, like, Canelo was fighting. You know what I mean? It's not. It's a little different than that. So it kind of falls between the line of, I don't know if you guys have heard or not, of the whole YouTube versus TikTok
I saw that
There's
literally.
a whole boxing match going on between YouTubers.
Yeah, versus
the whole
TikTokers.
event.
Yeah.
An
What,
event.
correct.
So like, there's a UFC match.
Well, there's like what five
Or a
or
boxing
six.
None of them would last.
Oh, okay.
UFC. It's-
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I would love to see
MMA.
that.
Any type of MMA, none of them
In
would
the
last.
octagon.
So I saw this today. I actually saw the weigh-ins, which just it made it even more of a joke. I think it's. I was never a boxer. I've trained, but I think it's a disgrace to the sport for them to do that and them to make more money than a lot of fighters, which is causing controversy at UFC.
With fighters,
because now
they want to get paid
right.
more. They want to get paid the same money.
Logan got damn near $20 million.
Are you serious?
Whoa, time out.
Are you serious? That's
18?
insane. That's crazy.
Mayweather made 112.
Are you serious?
He deserves it.
Well, I mean,
Well,
100% he did.
yeah.
112.
I mean, he needs it, but like, still, like, he's a great boxer. Like, he's been training like his entire life. He's been fighting this
Correct.
entire time. He's the best of the best. Like, if you're gonna get paid that, you're gonna get paid that.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, though, somebody that like hasn't been in this scene.
Who's never okay, I'm sorry.
He's a fighter.
0-2.
Yeah, he's 0-2.
0-2.
And he's getting $20 million.
Owen Wilson. 0-2.
No, quick thing. So so Logan Paul just got 20 mil for
8 rounds.
8 rounds in
8
a boxing
rounds.
match. What let's say Canelo, what would he get? Is it even equivalent to what, or is that the whole controversy? Like
His last fight, I think he got maybe 35. I'm not sure. I'm
right. This is off the top.
It's between 20 and 35,
Right.
I believe.
But also, I'm saying Canelo as like he's one of the
Yeah,
greats.
like
So
5-time champion,
Right,
something like 5 weight classes.
Right.
So I
maybe
have a question. I have a question when it comes to this. So, like, a lot of fighters, according to what you're saying, isn't getting paid what Logan Paul was getting paid, right?
Shit, a lot of tons.
So,
Tons.
with that being said, why? Like, why aren't these other fighters getting paid comparable
Well,
to what this YouTuber's getting paid?
It's
Just because it's not as controversial? Or
it's the promotion. Now
Yeah.
you gotta think about it. Now you have
the name.
Logan, who has what 70 million followers,
Yeah.
at least
something like that.
At
Right.
least.
They want to see. They're following him because
Right.
they're loyal.
Right.
They want to see what he does every day. So they're gonna buy tickets. They're gonna buy the pay-per-view.
Right.
That's 40 million people, 70, or however many followers. You got to assume at least 15-20% of them bought, maybe
At
even
least.
50.
Right.
Now Mayweather, people want to see Mayweather lose.
Of course. Well,
So,
they're not going to see him lose to
but
this
people,
guy.
that's
But-
the bad guy
Right,
thing
right,
that
right.
works. That's what Connor's done, and
Right.
other
Underdog.
people tend to do it. Not necessarily underdog. They just want to see them lose because he's flawless, basically.
Yeah.
So they want to see. Oh, he's fighting a bigger guy. He's gonna get knocked out. Maybe he'll get knocked out.
Right.
Yeah.
Real people that know fighting are like,
There's no way.
Jake or Logan stands no chance.
If
Right.
anyone came into that and thought that Logan Paul was genuinely going to win in a boxing ring with Floyd Money Mayweather,
0-2 Logan. That's his new name.
what's Mayweather? What's Mayweather?
50-0.
Right. Okay. So let's
And
the odds here are a little.
I don't know. I'm a layman when it comes to all this stuff. I obviously don't know, but when I hear these numbers, it sounds absolutely ridiculous and ludicrous. You know,
Like I said, let's say you didn't know, and all you heard was Floyd Money Mayweather 50-0. Logan Paul 0-2.
I'm putting my money on the guy that's 0-2 because you want him to win. Like I don't even know.
You might win a
I
lot,
don't
but
even
it's not
know.
going to happen. But
So as somebody that doesn't
Donation.
know, like
Right.
exactly.
you're paying the electric
But
bill at this point.
like you want to take that risk. You want the person that doesn't win to win. Like it's just a natural instinct that I think almost every human being has, that they just see somebody that's losing and losing and losing just in life in general. Like you see it in movies, and then like they come back, like the comeback kid or something like that.
But
Like,
that's somebody who actually does that. Like Logan is not necessarily a boxer.
Yeah.
He's not a boxer actually. I mean, I
I
can't.
don't say necessarily. He's not
He's-
at all.
He's fought. He's had fights, but he's not a boxer. Now he's even talking about going to MMA, which I would love to see that. against the right people because they actually had. I know you know Clarissa Shields.
I do not.
She's currently the best female boxer. Has belts and all this stuff. She just fought last night in PFL, so MMA. It was her debut in MMA, and the girl she fought, it like upset me because it was just like, that's your house. Like, this is MMA. That's what you do. You let a boxer come in and beat you.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like,
wait. So this
she was losing the
this
first
boxer
round.
came into the octagon, or let's just say, and whooped that ass.
well, let me put it this way: like, shout out to Clarissa Shields, great fight. She was getting beat the first 2 rounds because the girl took her down, and like, as a boxer, you know nothing about ground game.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
So
you have
it's
so many more tools.
honestly like a boxer came into our gym, like he's getting his ass handed to her fast. This is 2 rounds, and she didn't tap her or nothing. Like, she missed an arm bar. She couldn't tap her. It was bad. You can throw kicks.
Right.
Boxers are not used to these leg kicks. There's so many weapons you have.
Yeah.
She didn't utilize any of them. That's why I was like, God damn, they put her in this. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to call the girl sorry, but she sucked. I'm just gonna be real.
No, so
She sucked.
this is a little off topic.
That's
maybe
understandable.
it can be like a new, subject or whatever. But I'm confused. Maybe you can answer on why we are trying to get boxers versus UFC fighters and Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. Like, where did this stem from, and why is it happening? I'm not saying you have the answer, but obviously it's for money, it's for publicity, it's for marketing.
You just answered your own question.
Fair enough.
You just answered your own question. And you know what? I thought it was so funny when you're just like, yeah, like he has 40 to 70 million followers. So guys, all you have to do is get us following, don't even know how to fight, and just get famous and challenge somebody, and then you can make $20 million off of it.
Well, it's kind
You
of
might get your ass beat, but you might make $20 million. Like, it sounds like a W in my opinion. I don't know.
I'm with you on that, 100%.
Yeah, like I think it's just all in the name of just keeping the game more interesting.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of sounds back to the whole the YouTube TikTok thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm creating my account right now.
what are we?
Creating
Are you creating
Is
new
that
social
where
media?
Yeah, I'm gonna create a YouTube.
At least let me get my TikTok going.
Yeah,
TikTok
exactly.
And then
too.
we can.
Then I can start just.
Do you want to go against each other? Or?
Yeah, damn right.
Well, if they throw the money out,
And this is
it's not
the thing.
fight for free.
This is the thing too. It's like you don't even have to have quality content. You could just go up on YouTube and act like an absolute idiot. It can become viral, and then it could possibly happen. Like, how many times have you seen it where you've seen like the silliest, like dumbest video?
With so many people doing it now. Though.
Yeah, true.
It's
Right,
like cliched and it's overcrowded, honestly. But it's still enough to get views, followers, subscribers, all that stuff. So I don't know. I think to go back to your point on how this even became. I mean, it should be Floyd and Mayweather. I mean, Floyd and Conor started it.
Yeah.
But that was champion versus champion. These were both fighters.
It's a little bit
different. They crossed over, to see that. But now, I don't know how a Nate Robinson came up. I don't know how a Ben Askren came up. But I see Jake's approach, which is genius. I tell you right now, it's genius. He's got a contract with Showtime.
Just happened.
Got away from Triller.
Can't even.
But I thought Showtime would put him with okay, we're gonna put you with the boxers. No, Tyrone Woodley. So now we put you with. So I want you to look at who he's fighting though. First fight, Nate Robinson, right? Or did he fight? He fought a YouTuber before that.
KSI.
No, not Logan. Logan fought KSI and lost to him twice. Jake fought some other clown.
I'm pretty
YouTuber.
sure he fought KSI at the same. I'm pretty sure.
No, he hasn't fought him because he wanted to fight him because he beat his brother.
Shit.
He fought some other sorry ass YouTuber and knocked him out. He sucked. So he fought. He's 1-0. Now he fought
It was pretty bad.
Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson hasn't seen a boxing glove in his life. Yeah, I don't know how he stepped in the ring like he had never trained. That was embarrassing for all of us. So we move on.
For the basketball world
Jesus,
and everything else.
For the black world, everybody. Everybody's like,
I said the world. I feel like the car came out. Everyone was like, oh.
As soon as Snoop started talking about it, it was just, he said, "Oh, you got on basketball shoes. You got running shoes."
He got running shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he goes from that whack YouTuber knocks him out. Nate Paul, who can't box, knocks him out. Embarrassing. And then Ben Askren, the worst. If you were to pick the worst person with stand up in MMA, it would be either him or Damian Maia.
Nice.
Really?
Absolutely. It would be either Damian Maia or Ben Askren. And I probably would say Ben Askren is worse. So you pick him. You knock his ass out. Everybody thought since he's an MMA fighter and was a champ in Strikeforce or Bellator, one of those, he would win. I don't know. So you knock his ass out. Now you get Tyron Woodley. Not really a good boxer either.
Before you start, I just want to say that you called this. My man Phil called this fight.
Look at the path. You want to pick. You pick people like if you want to have the advantage, you keep picking people that have the weakness of boxing.
Yeah.
So Tyron Woodley is a better boxer than all the others. This is a step up in challenge.
Correct.
But his overall boxing skill, when you see him in MMA, is not good. He's knocked out a few people standing up, but it's been like the UFC overhand right them. MMA.
Right.
Boxers know, okay, that's what you want to throw. I'll feed you this jab and stay out of the way. You throw the overhand right, you can eat this jab. Or I dodge it and you catch something else. So I think, I'm calling right now, Jake Paul's going to knock out Woodley with a jab.
I swear.
With a jab.
Okay.
The stoppage. Not knockout. It'll be a stoppage.
Hey, real quick, y'all heard it here first.
But I do hope Woodley knocks him out with overhand right. I do want to see that.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to see the underdog,
Right.
The less experienced guy? Or the
It's
guy
not really a
that
big
just
underdog.
I was saying, like,
No,
who
it's
is
not
the
a big
underdog
underdog.
here, though?
It-
We're talking
Woodley
about
is the
boxing,
underdog.
aren't we? Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I said, like Jake Paul just got into the boxing world. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he's not good, but the
He's
man
not
hasn't
challenging people
fought
with actual, yeah.
a boxer. Right,
Exactly.
He
What
won't
you
fight a
said.
boxer anytime soon. There's been a boxer that actually challenged him with a belt and said, "I'll put my belt on the line, and if I beat you, you got to stop boxing."
He's not taking that.
No,
He's not taking that. It's going to end his career.
Exactly.
Did you see the what is it? I don't know. It wasn't the weigh-ins. It was what was it? I don't know. What do you call it? Prelim, whatever it is. Where Jake was like, "Oh, if you win, I'll give you I don't know, was it $5 million?" Did you see that? It was like
What you talking
$5
about,
million.
Woodley?
No, Woodley didn't say that.
No, what he said to Woodley. What he said to Woodley was
correct.
very interesting.
I'm just saying.
What
Which
did he
should be
say?
scary.
I don't know what he said.
He told Wood because Woodley's gonna make the most he's ever made in his career for a fight through his whole UFC career.
Before you start, this is kind of what Jake Paul does.
Yeah.
He'll put up a shit ton of money because the guy's got it to spend. I'll give you $5 million to fight me. I'm like, oh, nah. All right, well, why not? You know
But they're
what I'm
gonna make it.
saying? Well,
So
of course.
whatever the contract, the agreement is, let's say Woodley's gonna make $2 million.
Yeah.
Jake was like, all right, well, if you feel you're that confident, I'll double your money if you
Right.
beat me.
Right.
But if you lose, you got to give your money to my charity.
Oh, nice.
He had no rebuttal.
There was
No rebuttal.
Oh, of course not.
nothing.
That's where I see you lacking confidence now.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, it's intimidating.
Absolutely.
Intimidation tactics, man.
At least say yes and then don't do it.
Give me something here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
That's where I knew he is going to lose the fight.
yeah.
Yes. It's all you can see all of that. Weigh-ins, everything. See how they look during weigh-ins? Somebody looks sick, it means they cut weight too bad.
Man, that's gonna look
Bad
sick,
cut,
yeah.
bad weight cut.
Man, that's gonna look like
Some people fake it, some people have
he
limps.
had 6 kids.
Who?
Ben Askren looked like he had 6 kids during that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Boy, was bad.
I told you, he looked like a struggling single mother.
I thought we were going to have to help him up there to the to the weigh-in. You know what I mean?
That's sad. He felt like a white girl in a scary movie when he got hit.
Oh my.
Gosh.
Now, for real though, like I said, like back to the, the whole thing with, like I said, like the TikTokers and YouTube thing though, for kind of all ties in. You're right. You're absolutely correct. It is very genius.
Entertainment.
But it's also, remember the word last time? Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's all entertainment. Now you got Bryce Hall fighting Austin McBride.
Man, you can't even tell me the names. I have no idea. No clue.
So you have Bryce Hall, which is the TikToker. I don't know, the best, whatever you want to call him, the best TikToker. I don't know. I don't.
How do they declare somebody the best?
Off
Followers,
followers,
views,
views?
followers, likes, all that type of stuff.
And how
the kid is what? The kid is what? 22 and is a millionaire off of making
if that's the
videos?
case, hold on. If that's the case, then Ryan kid is the number one. He was like 7.
Who?
The little I think he's Asian. The little Asian kid that opens the toys.
He just opens up toys.
My God.
Oh my gosh! My son loved watching.
Oh, this
growing
is
up.
why you know this.
I'm like,
Okay, I got you.
Why the heck? I've grown up in age. Why would I want to watch somebody else open up a toy?
Well, see, this is why I'm pissed.
They get enveloped in the excitement. Like
No, I want the toy.
Exactly.
I want to see you
Times
play.
in our life
I hear
we've done the things that these people have done, and we probably already could have been millionaires, but we're not. Because it's just not the day and age.
I mean, like when it comes to that, it's like
It's ridiculous.
It's the same thing with people playing video games on Twitch, or watching a video of something
Some
you
of those
like,
are funny.
watching watching even a sport. You get enveloped in it because you like it, and you enjoy that action. A lot of times people play sports, watch them even more than they play it, because it's an obsession.
That's weird to me. Like with guys that like the gym and stuff like that, we play basketball, and playoffs will come on. And like, oh, playoffs! I'm not coming to the gym. I'd always rather play than watch. I don't care if Jordan's playing. Like,
That's called.
I'd rather play.
It's called YouTube.
Yeah.
It's called YouTube.
Yeah,
You just
man.
go on there and watch it. You know what I
man.
mean?
Watch the game later. Like,
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. And the fact that it's live, I don't understand that either, man. I mean, unless if you're not trying to miss out on the score and the hype of the actual game. I'm a Golden Knights fan. I enjoyed watching the games. When you're there, the excitement is just 10 out of 10, man. You're in a bar, you hear everybody screaming. Even if you're just in your own house, you don't know what's gonna happen. And it makes it exciting. It's fun.
I don't know. We're just in a different era and age where people are finding different ways to make money, entertain people, and stay relevant.
Yeah,
and that's what they're utilizing to their advantage.
Right.
Now that's turning over and taking over boxing, which boxing has been boring for the last few years, to be honest.
100%.
It's went downhill. We got is a couple heavyweights, and even there, they don't even fight each other. That's the thing about boxing. That's why the YouTubers and these celebrities are making such good matchups, and it's so intriguing to people because I would love to see them fight each other.
Right.
I want to see what happens with that, because with boxing you don't get a 1 versus 2. You don't get I want to see Jermell Charlo fight Canelo. You don't get that. Canelo and his team pick who they want to fight next, because he's the champion. So it's more of a business move, which I understand completely on their behalf. But as a fan, that's not what you want to see. I want to see him fight the best.
I agree. I also disagree because I don't think that this whole YouTube versus TikTok thing is taking it into the boxing world like that. It's almost a thing, I don't know if you remember, because it happened in San Diego at Hard Rock. It was industry boxing. Remember this? They actually had it out here too.
No.
Industry boxing.
Yeah.
Industry boxing. So basically they would have industry people. It could be girls, it could be guys, and it could be bartenders, it could be servers. And it was at Hard Rock Hotel. I know for sure it was in San Diego. And they would literally. This is what I think of when I hear YouTube versus TikTok.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
the
what I
same
mean?
concept.
In a sense, it really is.
Yeah.
Because you're taking, you know what I mean, don't want to say random people, but you kind of take random people and just let them fight each other. So basically, what it was is, let's say this bartender wanted to fight this bartender. They would make a ring outside of Hard Rock or in by the pool area. They would put a whole ring, and people would come, and this person would fight this person.
But how are you generating money from that? Like significant
No,
money?
but you're charging to get in for that.
You're
generating money, but I'm saying
You put Billy up against Susan.
No. It was girl versus girl, guy versus guy.
Okay, you put Susan against Jennifer.
I got my money on
Who-
Billy. Let's go.
Who the hell are they?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who
the hell
cares?
are-
They-
I
like,
understand.
I don't think
I
that people
understand.
care.
I understand. Like Bryce Hall is a great TikToker or whatever, but who at the end of the day, like, who are they? Like, they're not boxers at the end of the day.
But they
These guys-
know.
So if
They
I,
have
if
these
I told you,
they're known
if
for
I-
what they do.
if I told you right now, for $5, there's a fist fight in the garage.
For $5.
For $5. For $5. It might have happened before.
Hold on.
That's another story.
Hold on.
For $5, there's a fist fight in the
Time out.
garage.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
going? Are you going?
$5.
For $5, bro.
I need no.
For $5.
I-
No, I'm going, bro.
Depends on what I'm
going.
doing. If I'm not doing anything, I don't
For
know.
$5,
honestly.
bro.
No, you better not.
You get
touch
some
foot in
French
that
fries
garage
for $5.
Because I'm gonna throw some more money and be like, "Hey, who has 500 on them?"
Oh my God.
Right. Well, then.
$5.
No, yeah. I mean,
But like you understand what I'm saying, you know? Like it's like there's the what is it? It's right there. It's right next to you. You know, it's
I get you're getting the attention of the immediate audience.
yeah.
But that's it. What if that's a slow night? These TikTokers and YouTubers are recruiting people basically from everywhere. That's like when I talk about like selling stuff. That's the difference between like Amazon and selling out of your garage. I can reach a wider base of people, a wider variety of people. I can reach out to people in across the country, China, if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But with something like that, it's cool and it may make some money, but it'll never be like ESPN.
I don't think they're trying to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So if you're not making significant money, like
What is the
our boxing hate, man? It gets a little crazy. But I mean, I think it transitions over into hate in other areas as well. Like we now see it in the NBA. Well, not now, but we see it a lot more. And right now we're seeing it with LeBron. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but LeBron and the Lakers have been eliminated in the first round.
Catching some shade.
Right.
I've been catching some shade.
And it's crazy to me, and we talked about it a little bit last time.
Correct.
How people are so entertained by discrediting or hating another person or seeing somebody else's downfall. Which, if you're talking about LeBron, it's not really a big downfall. I mean, this is the first time he's been eliminated in the first round of the playoffs.
Correct.
He's been in the league 18 years. He went to the NBA Finals 10 of those 18 years. He has 4 rings. He's an NBA All-Star every year. It's like
And
people
people
are
are
wanting to
hate on him
I
now
couldn't even
because he's
smell
not
the
getting
hate right
further in the playoffs.
I couldn't even smell it.
it's insane.
If it was right here, I couldn't
It's
even smell
insane.
it. Yeah.
So he gets hate off of Instagram posts. His team getting eliminated. He's a bad teammate. He's not a killer. Like he doesn't want to take the last shot and stuff. Technically, you're supposed to find the open player.
Correct.
That's the best shot. But when you pass to that person and they miss, then you get the backlash. Because they want you to take the shot because you're the best player.
Yeah.
Right.
So it kind of, it's like a lose-lose, you know. But for people to have that much hate for somebody who's lived up to the hype, when there's been so many people that have been drafted out of high school and have not done a damn thing, that aren't even in the NBA anymore. You know, there's been people drafted number 1 from Vegas that haven't done anything. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
I don't.
I forgot his name, Anthony. Cliffy LB. Anthony Edwards?
No, it's not Davis. So
No, definitely not Davis.
Anyway,
Anyway,
check us. Let us know. Is it Anthony Edwards or not? We need to.
I will tell you right now. Number one, and
Like
you
said,
know,
like,
the other number one
it's
UNLV
it
pick.
also is one of those things where like it's LeBron James. Like people think, oh, like
Anthony Bennett. Sorry.
Anthony Bennett. No, you
I
got
knew it was Anthony, though, right?
yeah, you got the first name right. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to you, Anthony, if you're doing something, still wish you the best. That would be labeled kind of like a bust. He was number one draft pick at UNLV. The only other number one draft pick, I think, I don't know if Larry Johnson. I think Larry Johnson.
Correct.
Number one, but he was a monster. Playing linebacker for the Hornets. He was a beast. Grandma
A little different.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like that. They find things, and people nitpick on things and just talk about somebody. He's 18 years in the league. He's 36.
Well, at one point, are you guys going to relax and just call him the champion? Like the man.
Now, I'm not gonna say he's the greatest of all
guy,
time. I'm not gonna call him GOAT or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
well, I mean, but he's one of the top players.
Like,
He's the
let's
greatest
be-
of this time.
let's be
Exactly.
real. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Michael Jordan was the GOAT of past time. Of this time, it is LeBron James. Let's be real.
Honestly, I don't think anybody's better than Jordan. I
I'm
don't
not
think
saying-
anybody will ever live up to Jordan.
That's fair. I'm not saying he's better than Jordan, but I'm saying of this time. Like
I
said,
hear there's a lot of controversy between that. Like, there's a lot of Jordan fans just because Jordan and it's Jordan from back then.
You can always
and then-
argue. As,
Yeah, of course.
you
of course,
can argue LeBron has 4.
screw it. We're getting into it.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Why is what?
Why? I'm going for it. Why do you think? You think Jordan? Okay, I'm not saying okay. So there's this whole, like I said, this whole controversy.
Mhm.
So you think that? Now it's at different eras of time, but let's just say if let's just say LeBron played in Jordan's era.
You can't do that.
Okay,
You can't. You
So-
can't. You
so-
can't compare it that way.
that's fair. That's fair.
It's not. It's too much fantasy then. Because honestly, LeBron would kill in his era, but he would get blasted. He would get beat up, and he wouldn't get a lot of fouls. Just like Durant, Curry, all them, they wouldn't get a lot of those foul calls they get now. Because now it's touchy, ticky-tack fouls.
And you are a lot older. You were a lot older than I am, so I don't understand the game. The game of basketball back then was different. Like I said, you are a lot older than I am.
So the Pistons beat up Jordan
right.
when they first played him in the playoffs. He beat him up so bad that he all off season he just lift weights. He gained 45 pounds, 45 or 30 pounds of
A lot
muscle
of game.
to beef up to play them.
Yeah.
And then came back and dominated them. And,
Now, did
Props to
Michael
for
Jordan
that.
get
he had a gym in his house.
the same
I mean,
kind of hate
still,
though?
man, gaining 45 pounds.
Did
I mean,
Michael
we didn't
Jordan
have
get
we didn't have social media back then.
right? But
You know?
but there had been a slight. Was there any?
He was loved by
Type of hate.
everybody.
Yeah,
Honestly,
fair enough.
Chicago loved him. North Carolina loved him. Everywhere. Yeah, he went away games.
Anywhere
and
he
still
went, it was
cheered.
still just the love of
Yeah, because
Michael Jordan.
I mean, at that point, you think about it. Back then, every team had their little hero and stuff like
Right.
that. But they also had they weren't joining forces either.
Right.
They weren't selling out on their teams,
Correct.
so they were loyal. So I think the fans respected loyalty a little more back then,
Right.
because it wasn't necessarily hard to come by like it is now, and they respected greatness wherever it was. Reggie Miller, he got to a Spike Lee, but even Spike Lee was like, man, Reggie Miller is a beast though. But now you'll get fans that are doing crazy shit, spitting on people and throwing bottles, popcorn. It was.
That's fucking ludicrous, dude.
Crazy.
Are you kidding me, man?
We need Ron Artest to come back, Jermaine O'Neal, Ben Wallace, go up in the
We
stands.
need some bodies. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god! I just saw it. And I
The
can't remember.
audacity of people to pick on people that they either idolize or loathe over a game. They're absolutely.
It's easy when you know that you're defended by security and the players can't come up.
Absolutely, yeah.
And do that. It's easy.
It's the same thing. It's the same concept of being a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
you're
There's,
right there up
there's
in the
no
stands.
repercussion.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's some pussy ass shit, and I hate that.
I
hate
mean,
that shit.
I can't say
Exactly.
that because the guy who did throw the water bottle did have he got arrested on the spot.
Yeah, he's
Now-
actually
now-
facing charges. He just pled not guilty or something.
He pled not guilty to throwing a bottle
That's where there's what
in
20,000 fans. in the
it's
stadium?
probably a stadium where there's
I-
cameras
I mean,
everywhere.
Plus the fans, it's themselves.
Exactly.
Like everyone, you can see the video.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now, if we want to make some, put them in the ring.
There we go. Like
I said,
that's about
just
first.
like I
I'll
said,
be the
it's just
promoter.
cheap boxing.
Yeah.
It's
LeBron
cheap
versus angry fans.
I'll put Phil against anybody. Dead ass. I'll put you against anybody.
If I fight LeBron, I'm taking him down. There's no stand up. He's too big. He's 6'8".
Could you ball against LeBron?
He's just gonna
It's
post
two
me up.
different games. Let's not get into that.
Honestly, it's just not fair. Like NBA players, like half of them are over 6'2". You know what I'm saying? So probably 90% are over 6'2". You just post
That's
up. The one-on-one, you just post up. But now they have to guard me too on the other end. But they do have height is always an advantage in basketball. Always. Height and a little bit of weight.
Now, okay, LeBron.
But you never,
Yeah.
hold on, you never went to your point.
No, but LeBron getting the hate, right? Okay, let's talk about like.
How do you never went to your point on Jordan or LeBron?
What do you mean?
Because you were like, well, let's talk about the difference. Like, why is Jordan? You're saying he's better than LeBron.
No, I'm asking you, like, do you? Okay,
No, he
so
was asking you about
so like.
Yeah, your opinion.
I know, so like you said, that you couldn't take different eras, because you're right, that is not fair. But you also said that you think Jordan of all time is the best basketball player, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now that was in his era, though, right?
Yes.
So you took
There were
Jordan.
fouls
Now,
or more
so I
fouls.
reversed it. So if I took Jordan and put him in LeBron's era,
He probably averaged 50 a game because the scoring has went up. Defense is less. They call a lot more fouls.
that's fair.
Statistically, he would improve in probably all categories, honestly, and definitely in scoring. He probably would double his scoring.
I can't even argue with that. I can't argue with that at all.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. When you're betting NBA, if you see the NBA totals, they've went up so much over the last 2-3 years. NBA totals used to be like 216 was a high total. You're like, oh damn, 216. Ooh, it must be something's going on.
Yeah.
Now it's like 240, 238.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like 220 is like the average.
Would you attribute that to just players just getting better?
I attribute that
Good
to
question.
no defense,
Oh, really?
a lot of foul calls, ticky tack. Like I said, they call hand checks. All kinds of stuff. They get a lot of foul calls.
I think these sports
They get the challenge
has
thing.
gotten a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
softer lately.
That's fair. Maybe they're getting
Well, the
softer.
generations
I'm not-
are getting
I'm not-
softer.
Sips drink.
I'm just gonna sip my drink like Kermit.
Not talking about sports in general. We're just talking about everything in general. You know?
No, you know, it's. I mean, the world.
Right.
The world. That's not even an opinion. That's fact. Like you can't. I remember. I think we talked about it before. Like you go to school, somebody gets into a fight. They just got into a fight. Maybe they went to the principal's office and suspended a day, and they're back 2 days.
Yeah,
Whatever. Now it's like, oh, you get to a fight. These kids are going and getting guns and all kinds of stuff. Shoot.
It's a lot different.
What? Just take that ass whooping and move on.
Yeah, man. Like that's how you solve your
Or
problems.
don't fight.
You get it out. You just get it out, man. Do the fight, and then be done. You know, it's fine. Either you win or you lost, and then you learn from your mistakes, and then you move on. Like it's just life.
I thought
in general.
that's what
Sometimes
ties
you win,
into
sometimes
everything
you
that
lose.
we've talked about in general with the whole TikToking and YouTube and how social media is fighting and the hate on and how people want to hate LeBron for whatever reason, for a stupid reason. Like it all portrays to one thing and it literally makes no sense. Like
None.
you want to life. I don't want to say life back then, but like, because like, you know, obviously, like, you know, I'm not the oldest guy, you know, but like, that's Phil. But hey,
Like a toddler.
you're right up there.
How old are
Oh, he's 7.
Oh, yeah. So,
You round up, it's 30, okay? So, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
28 in 4 days, baby. Let's go.
you know what I mean? Like, back then, like, things were completely different, like you said. And I think that people take things in a whole different sense, in a whole different level. Like with LeBron, like being hated, like the guy's great at what he does.
absolutely.
Just because he lost first round of playoffs for 1
Well,
year.
they lost. He didn't
Correct,
lose.
correct.
Yeah,
You're right.
exactly.
I appreciate you saying that. Just because they lost the first round of playoffs doesn't mean he is trash or he needs to get talked down to the way that he has.
Yeah, man, that's bullshit.
Right? I mean, you know what I mean? Like
Nah,
it's like okay. For example, it's not a great example, but let's say Patrick Mahomes didn't win the Super Bowl.
so he sucks now.
Thank you.
He's still an amazing quarterback.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to come back. He's freaking trash now. Like, dude, come on. Like, that's
Crazy.
not.
People
that's
find any
not-
reason.
People will find any reason nowadays to nitpick and just stuff their nose into anything that doesn't belong to them. Or, granted, they have no idea what it's about, or
Yeah.
nor do they probably even. Obviously, they care, but it doesn't matter to them, or actually matters to them, but it doesn't matter in general. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, now we live in a world. That's what I say. The generational change. Like we live in a world where it's accustomed to hating on people, and it's become cool or sexy
right,
to hate on somebody or pry on somebody's
regular.
downfall.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So the negativity that spreads way faster than positivity.
Right.
Like,
You gotta think what that does
That's
to
crazy,
a
isn't
person in general. LeBron at
That's
the end of the
crazy.
day,
insane.
You
There's all
could
these
could
things.
be an absolute champion in absolutely every aspect of life and
Make
be
one mistake.
amazing everywhere, and then all of a sudden, one thing happens,
Yeah.
and then everything.
I mean,
goes
it does
crashing down.
depend.
It does depend.
On what you-
depend.
on what
It
you
depends
say.
on what that one thing is. I
So what
agree.
you do?
I
Hold up
agree.
now.
I agree,
Because
man.
we went about the cops.
right, right. You know, there's some things you could.
But like,
Do
but like in
differently.
this instance, we're talking about like
A
just
loss.
losing in the first round of the playoffs. You know?
Freaking loss.
It's not just a
A
loss.
loss.
It's the first round of playoffs loss, right? And like it's
Bro,
like,
since LeBron lost,
stupid.
it is a
yeah,
problem.
exactly. And you're talking about one guy versus.
We're talking about a multi-millionaire,
Exactly.
probably billionaire, almost.
exactly.
I'm
I would
assuming.
say he's almost there now. At that point,
Yeah.
in there.
I mean, what do you have to say? Like
Absolutely.
he makes more money a minute than you make in a year.
I don't know. I think if anybody that was talking all that shit and said like, hey, like LeBron sucks, like what's going on? Like maybe he's losing his fire. Excuse me. And if they looked at LeBron in his face and they talked to him now,
They would
they-
say that.
yeah.
They'd
yeah,
be like,
they would
"Hey,
shut
look,
the fuck up.
LeBron,
in there.
you,
yeah.
you
Dude, if,
Yeah.
Will.
if Tom,
I'm gonna go
if
back
Tom
to my
Brady
mom's
this
house
year, if Tom
in the
Brady
basement.
lost the Super Bowl, it would be the same talk. He doesn't have it anymore. Actually, that was already the talk before that.
right, right.
That was already the talk.
Right,
Yeah.
he's-
he doesn't have it anymore.
And my favorite football
The guy literally just wants
quarterback is Peyton Manning, so I can't
Phillip Briggs.
stand Tom
Phillip Briggs,
Brady.
thank you. Appreciate it.
But Tom Brady
Phillip
is
Rivers.
definitely the best quarterback.
Phillip Rivers.
Period. So, because we have the same.
Fill up, my boy.
Where's he at now?
With his 25,000 kids.
Oh no, he's retired. Did he retire?
And where's Peyton Manning?
No, I'm
Oh,
dead
okay.
serious.
Okay.
I'm so serious.
No, dead ass, he's retired.
Okay.
I thought we were going. I thought we had a heated conversation.
No, I
was
mean
like,
we
oh,
can't.
oh, we're-
You don't want to compete with Peyton Manning and Phillip Rivers. That's not really an argument. I mean, you got those things that go on your fingers.
Anyway,
Phillip
Rivers?
we're talking about.
Crying rivers.
He's crying because he has 65 kids. Anyway, we're not talking about Phillip, my boy.
No, that was who's the quarterback for the Bears? Jay Cutler. He just got divorced.
Oh, did you see that?
I didn't see all that, but anyways,
Let me go
Jay
there.
Cutler. I heard he's a dick, anyways. But I don't know. So I'm just that's I
What
heard.
he did. I'm not saying what he did to his wife, but like,
I don't know, tell me.
I'm with the boy. I'm with the boy. Let's put it
Okay.
that way. I'm on his side of this one.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no
Okay,
idea.
gotcha.
Maybe that's another topic for another day.
Correct.
But yeah, it's silly what they're doing with LeBron, and like I said, this person has done so much as a school that's paying for the students. They don't have to pay anything. It's It's a high school or I don't know what it is. It's an academy. I know that.
Correct. That's academy.
And he pays for everything for the school, so he's given back a lot to his community. The only person that go back and give their town, their city, the championship ring. Okay, because Cleveland, y'all wouldn't have any type of championship. The Indians, the Cavs, what is another? Y'all wouldn't have
Spurs.
The lacrosse team wouldn't bring you guys a championship. So you guys better thank LeBron and be forever grateful when he's dead. So you said the Spurs. Spurs aren't in.
I thought we were talking about freaking what's his name?
Kawhi. He's in LA.
He was at the Spurs. Is what I'm saying.
He's a weird guy. He's a robot. Anyways,
A little different. You know?
yeah, special guy. But yeah, LeBron. That's what he's done. Is I don't think we'll ever be matched too. And you know,
And he's an exceptional player, a family man. You know, all the above, and like I said, like you can't take. He's still at the end of the day a human being, and you can't take. Obviously, he doesn't like all that hate. Obviously, he doesn't give a shit. Like I don't know, there was a tweet. I don't know what the tweet was about. It was like something like, "Oh, I'm coming back with a vengeance" or something like that. Like,
I mean, he kind of made it funny. He said he's gonna gear up for the Toon Squad now. That's what he said.
I love it, man.
And which is cool.
You're lying.
And
I swear he said that.
I swear.
After the game.
Yeah.
After
Oh, that's badass. You have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Hell yeah,
I mean,
dude.
what?
Hell yeah.
You lost.
I mean, like you lose one game, like you
got
think you
4
care?
rings.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what a championship player does. Like doesn't
Don't
takes
dwell
takes
on that.
you're right. Takes one thing and makes I'm not saying like a joke or like but
Exactly.
brings light to it. You know what I mean?
And then you remake one of the most iconic films of our lifetimes.
Right.
Like, how many times have I seen a Space Jam shirt? I have no idea.
Yeah,
But-
I just the things he's doing with Space Jam. I mean, it will probably be a better movie overall, and it definitely will have better graphics. But the
Oh, yeah, of
shoes,
course.
you can't match the Jordan-esque of what they did. They're Space Jam shoes.
Exactly.
You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I've seen
I'll be
them.
honest,
I've seen them.
Space
Yeah, I know
Jams,
exactly what you're talking
They're
about.
11s. They're like.
Are you serious?
When they come out, yeah, the 11s, the Space Jams. That's what they call it.
That's
Space
sick.
Jams.
That's sick. That's sick. I don't care.
are they making like a certain few? Are they
The number 11 is like one of his retro shoes.
No,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
get you, yeah.
And they're black and they're like clear gum soles, like gum bottoms.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the Space Jams. They're black and white too, because it's the same ones he played in Space Jam.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just so we call all of them Space Jams, like all the 11s are
Right.
Space Jams.
I
The
think,
LeBrons will never.
do you think that any of this, like, do you think any hate
Seriously.
that's like coming from all this shit where he's like losing, or lost in the first playoff game has anything to do with him taking more time to like try to make a movie?
No. I mean, there were a lot of injuries. He got hurt too. On top of that too, I mean, making the movie, they've been making Space Jam 2 for what? 10 years now, it seems like.
I mean, pretty damn neat.
Has
man.
it been advertised for that long?
I mean, they've been talks
It's
about
been
it.
advertised for
okay.
a couple months, but I mean,
Okay,
the
gotcha,
talks
gotcha.
about it has been
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that has nothing to do with it. I mean, they just faced a superior team. They were hurt. Anthony Davis was hurt.
like I said. I want to
Make
touch on that
excuses for
subject.
him, but they just lost. You say what?
I want to touch on that subject. Like, I don't think maybe you feel differently. There's one player. Actually, I can answer this question myself. One player does not make a team,
But it makes a difference.
It definitely makes a difference. But as you saw, one player with their great players out, Anthony Davis included, it didn't make that much of a difference. So
Who?
do you?
If Anthony Davis played, they
No, that's
probably
what
would
I'm
have won that
saying,
series.
No, that's what I'm saying. But since he was out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't.
Huge difference.
It was a very big.
They don't
difference.
have another Anthony Davis. Nobody has another Anthony Davis. So, I mean, there's no replacement. I mean, you gave away Dwight Howard, which he's not Anthony Davis.
Right.
Gave away JaVale McGee, he's not Anthony Davis. He's not even Dwight Howard. So I don't even know who is there. Oh, Montreal. That's their other big man. And Gasol. Not Powell, but
I was like,
the other
he's
one.
in the league?
Brother. Mark
he must
Gasol.
be 85 at this point. You know
Mark
what I mean?
Gasol. And
Yeah.
he's not like he was before.
100% now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like you traded in that toy, that authentic toy, for that.
That McDonald's,
bootleg.
that McDonald's Happy Meal you got.
Yeah,
You got the Happy Meal toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You traded in your Benz and got a Honda. So, I don't know. That's just how. I have nothing against Honda.
Well, I was like, yo,
But I'm just saying,
I drive a Nissan. So
there's a huge difference, though, in price at least. But yeah,
next subject, Honda versus Honda is about to be our next subject. Check this out.
no, but I do respect LeBron. And I think he's a great father figure.
100%. Excellent father figure.
Would you say he's a
I think
great
he's
role
better
model?
than Dwayne Wade.
Would you say he's a great role model?
A great role model.
Yeah.
LeBron. Yeah, I would say so. He speaks very well. He hasn't done anything to cause trouble. You know, people have their slip-ups. Kobe had a slip-up. Jordan never had a slip-up. They had some gambling shit, but he just likes to gamble. That's what he does.
I mean, you have money. Who cares? And like when
It's
it
your
comes to
money.
certain of these slip ups, like I know that there are certain stories where like a player or a celebrity like goes out and they get caught doing something like stupid. Like they're doing drugs in the bathroom, they're doing coke in this area or something like that, right? And they get caught, and then like somebody has to report something. I'm just like, who cares?
Well, I mean, you are in the public eye, so
You are in the
All the time.
Yeah.
I guess so. I
I
don't
still
know. Maybe
think
I'm speaking from an adult perspective.
I think we're
You
speaking as a sense of not in a father figure standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as a father, I guess we just don't understand how that would be, or if you are in the spotlight, how it affects,
Depends on what you do.
you know what I mean? Like,
Now, if we go for like Gilbert Arenas type incidents, Gilbert Arenas had guns in the locker room. He had a bet with a teammate, and teammate didn't want to pay. He had guns. Hey, you're gonna pay. Both are making millions. What the fuck,
Yeah, who cares? Who gives a shit?
Now you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You're a terrible father figure
Right.
in that sense. LeBron hasn't done anything like that.
Right.
I'm talking about something victimless. You know what I mean? Like you're not pulling guns at anybody like that. You're just having a good time by yourself, like wherever you're at. Like maybe with some friends. Like I'm not talking about like bar fights or anything like that. I'm just talking about like having fun.
Partying. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want my son to be partying and doing like drugs.
Fair enough.
So if I were to do that, that would showcase to him that that's acceptable.
Right.
And that's not what I want to do. So as a father figure, you have to set that example.
Dang, I guess as a young man, I haven't really thought about it from that perspective.
Yeah, when you have a child, man, it changes everything.
Yeah.
So now,
okay, so like, because I've heard this so many times, like, does it really change? I'm not saying everything, because obviously that's, it changes a lot in your life, though, right? Like,
Absolutely.
I've heard it, I haven't seen it, I haven't felt it, but I've heard that it really does impact your life a lot more than you think it will.
Okay, so example, I get angry in games. I play video games. I'm pretty good at a lot of them. When I lose, I like to throw my controller. I've went through so many controllers, not on the PS5, but on other ones. In front of him.
Oh, you just did that.
I cannot do that because I don't want to showcase to him that that's okay. I don't want him to throw and I don't want him to see that. So I don't showcase that to him. In his mother, like I want him to respect women. So I don't just come, like when he sees me with her, I don't just grope all over her and stuff like that.
Right.
Of course, when he's away, good gaming her and everything. All that.
What's up, babe?
Right.
You said good gamer and everything.
Good hustle.
Lady, I got you.
Like what you did there.
She said, "Oh."
But I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I don't do that in front of him.
Correct.
And it's funny. It's just there's so many things you have to. People say you have to kind of change your life to cater to them,
Right.
which is true. But you don't give up your happiness
Correct.
for them.
But there's things that you do, like you said, like before you'd be like, all right, babe. You know what I mean? Like, good gamer. But now you're like, ooh, you got to watch what you do,
Yeah.
what you say, and how you do it.
Because you have to be able to explain
Because,
that.
right. Dad, why'd you?
Because otherwise he's
Right.
going to come in and do it.
Right. And then you sit there like, let's go. Hey, come here for a second.
Yeah.
See, birds and bees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Hey, Mom.
It's right.
And, I mean, there's a
great.
ton of things, man.
But that is a good father figure, though.
Yeah.
Someone that understands how to. Like I said, I'm not a father. I really am not. Really not. No, I said like that.
He's like, I am for sure. I am not
Right.
the father.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That
I'm
is
not
my child.
Phoenix.
But like you know, a respectable man and how they want their family and their children to be like. You know what I mean? And I respect that to the fullest.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like it's just like I said, I don't have kids yet. You don't have kids yet, but I also think it's something like how you grew up. You know,
Absolutely.
it could not be a could, but I mean, I feel like it's how you grew up and how you were raised. And stupid example, but like, go ahead.
No, it's to a certain degree.
Correct.
Because if you were raised like I was raised a certain way. I mean, I was raised respectful and things, as
Right.
you can see, like how I am.
Right.
And so I do install those or instill those into my son
Right.
to a certain degree. But I also see the flaws that my parents had, which
Absolutely.
we all have.
Yeah,
You know, it's not to blame them. I love them to death, but I see the things that they did wrong in my life that I felt was wrong. And now, when I raise my son, I do my best not to make those mistakes.
Right.
Like, for one example, I love both my parents,
Oh, tenfold.
but my father, when I played sports, he would only say the negatives. I hate that.
Yeah.
I've hated that as a coach, and I've only experienced that with all my coaches, and
Really?
him included. Yeah,
It's about constructive criticism.
right.
You know, like, hey, like,
And I
you did
never
this
got
well,
that. I never got the positive side.
but you can work on this.
Yeah, 45 points.
No, that was not.
Well, you had this turnover. The fuck, I had 45 points, and we won by 10. What are you talking? You know,
Yep.
that's the type of
Yes,
thing.
sir.
So well, my son doesn't play a lot of sports right now, which really sucks. But when he starts playing sports, I'm going to balance it and let him know, hey, you can do this different, but hey, great job on that.
Right.
You got to encourage them.
But you
Yeah.
can do this differently.
Yes.
There's a different way of saying things to your
And then
child.
yelling and things
Right.
like that. It's
And that just kind of forces them away. And also, one of the things that I when I do have kids, I want to preach this so much, is do not force your child to play a sport.
Nope.
Or do anything that they do not
let them
want
play it
to
all.
do. If they want to do whatever they want, like I don't even have kids, but like my mom told me this, like, granted to help my fat ass out because I was looked like a Michelin man. Like, I did, bro. I looked like a little Michelin man, and my mom forced me into basketball, and honestly, I loved it. But do never force your kids to do something they don't want to do. You know what I mean?
Never.
You know what I mean? Like, or especially a sport or anything like that. If you don't want to do that, cool. Let's try something different. There's always different. You know what I mean?
And don't discredit any sports.
Correct.
Think about it this way.
Right.
Growing up, if you knew
Swim
you
sucks.
could play a sport that you didn't even have to win, you just had to make a cut, and you would still get paid.
Right.
Why would I not play that? What? So you tell me?
Tell me right now the reason why I would not do that.
You tell me I don't have to win,
Right.
and I still get paid? Oh my gosh! I would have picked up golf so long ago.
Man, there's some people they're
Duh. Oh my gosh! Like, hold on. I just gotta make the cut,
right.
and I get 100,000 for that, and then I make that cut, and I make 400,000.
And then you win, you make
Yeah.
Billy.
Right. So I'm looking to win, but
Right.
oh, what I mean? Oh, there's a score. Okay, cool. Let's go and make this play.
So I think there's a really important thing to bring up when you guys are talking about this with kids and bringing them up when it comes to sports and stuff like that. You know, especially as a young guy, and I see this all the time in my friends' kids. Like I was even somewhat like this when I was a kid. You know, thank God I grew out of it. But there's a lot of kids that just want to chill and play video games, and that's it.
But it's
That's
weird.
it.
Now. It's different now.
I know it's different now. I know it's more acceptable to do it.
Not necessarily.
But well, like it's acceptable to play games and stuff like that. But for some people, that's it. That's all they want.
I was a gamer growing up.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
A gamer.
same.
And so, but only time I played games was when I couldn't go outside.
Right.
Otherwise, I was outside riding bikes, skateboarding, doing all
Right.
basketball, football on the
Right.
street. But we're in a whole new time now. Where
Exactly.
kids going out, like, I don't know my neighbors like that.
Right.
Back when I was growing
Who
up,
does?
my
I don't
parents
want to even talk to my
knew,
neighbors.
knew everybody.
Yeah.
They knew
Everyone.
all the parents, they knew
Oh,
all the
shit's horrible.
kids.
Yeah.
Mom, you still
Now-
know everybody, for real. Damn.
If my son goes outside, I have to be able to see him the entire. I have to go outside with him. He wouldn't go outside by himself because there's too many damn weirdos that want to snatch kids,
Yeah.
and now I have to kill everybody in the neighborhood.
You have the tools equipped.
And they're right here.
That's all
And they're
fucking
right
go.
here.
Yeah.
No, but you're right though. You're right though. Like
It's
there's
different.
back in the day, like shoot like tomorrow, just come on, whatever. Like you can go to your friend's house. Like
Yeah,
there was, I won't say no worry, but there kind of was no worry. Like
there was no.
just,
There were weirdos, but they weren't as many.
right.
Or
Now they're
brave.
just snatching people and selling organs and shit.
Or sex trafficking, for example.
Right, and they're not doing it like in China. This isn't something they're doing
this
overseas.
is right here in
They're
the
doing
US,
this shit
right now.
here.
Yeah.
Like down the street for real. Like I get that neighborhood app. I get messages all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody just tried to kidnap kids at the bus stop.
You know, I had a conversation with an
I thought that was
ex-girlfriend
a
of
little
mine,
differently.
and she told me that she was hanging out in her neighborhood. This is when she was in high school, and no big deal. High school girl, no big deal, right? Like just walking about, and the dude actually ran through the street, picked her up, and ran her to his apartment.
Dear God.
Like that is insane. And the
Sick.
entire time we had the conversation, super casual, by the way, like completely unfazed. This girl, like props to you. Like I 100%. Like a lot of people would be traumatized after something like
Absolutely.
that. But like it just is absolutely incredible. Like what people are just the audacity to go out and do. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to just focus on the positives because, like I said, being a parent, a father is a blessing. Like you have to be willing to, honestly, to sacrifice your life for your kid.
Yeah.
You know, but there's also a lot of other stuff that comes with it too. We get a lot of dumb shit. I get a lot of dumb questions. I love it.
There's no such thing as a
from
dumb
my son.
question, Phil.
Oh my god.
No such thing. There is no such thing as a dumb question.
Dumb questions. I get weird. I have to be ready to repeat yourself about 1,000 times a day.
Right.
Hey, go get your socks, put your shoes on, brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth, put your shoes on, get your socks. Go. Put your shoes on,
You start
do
thinking
your
about-
socks.
Right.
Did you brush your teeth?
Then you start thinking about,
What are
damn,
you doing?
Did I put my socks on? Did I brush my damn
Man,
teeth? Like,
what are you
See, like, and that's where I'm at, because I just be like, well, I'm gonna put this one in the garbage, and I'm getting a new kid, because this one is obviously
You know
broken.
what? You're broken. When I do with broken toys, I throw them away.
Exactly.
What do I get?
I gotta hear this. I want to hear some. You know what I mean? Like, what do you got?
I'm gonna do a TikTok on some of them.
Oh, you have to.
So make sure next video, next episode, I'll show my
Show
TikTok and all that stuff. But my son, he'll go in the bathroom. He'll use the bathroom. It doesn't matter if it's one or two.
Is it weird that I'm excited to hear what this is about?
Yeah.
Not like that. I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
not that excited.
like this is
but
like
I'm
I'm
go
like
in
because
game.
I was a
I'm
kid
in
once.
game.
I know how this shit goes.
He
you know?
goes in and he comes out a different person, like he was fucking Clark Kent. And changes. Like
He's
his
a
shirt will
superhero.
be on backwards, his pants will be all sideways, one sock on.
And he's
What did
like,
you do?
da, 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 da.
What did you do?
And we're in there for 3 seconds. Like,
Right, and he'll be like,
He's like, I dress myself, Dad.
One time-
Are you not proud?
one
Are you
time he
not
had
proud?
me and his mother were in tears laughing so hard because he went in the bathroom. He must have did too, because when he came out, he has his pants were sideways, his shirt's on sideways, it's tucked in halfway, and then he starts walking, and his underwear just fell out.
It's on his
hanging on one leg and swinging, and he goes.
Dang.
And goes
He's
back
like,
in.
darn it.
We just looked at each other like, what the hell? What did you? How did you do it where you had your underwear that were barely on by one leg?
Like you could reenact that
Yeah.
and like try to figure it out, and this
Absolutely.
never would happen.
Absolutely, that's one of a kind.
That's
Questions
good,
It's
though.
our future.
There,
It's our
and,
future right there, man.
and the questions you
I'm
get,
scared now.
All right.
the questions, the honesty, the bluntness. He'll say things like, somebody came over the house one time and their feet were stinking. Like, I already knew who it was. And I was just like, oh, shit. You start spraying shit down. And he comes in, oh, what is that smell? Jesus, somebody's feet stink. Oh, whose shoes are these? It's so obvious. I'm like,
I appreciate
it.
Spare him a quick stick to chest up there.
No, I think
No,
that
Dad,
I
this
think
stinks.
that I think that type
You
of
can say something.
behavior should be encouraged. You know, like
I mean,
like
but
honesty.
you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Right.
Like,
fair.
he'll be
I
like,
mean, I also don't want people's feet to smell.
true. But
There's
you,
only one way you're gonna know.
But see,
well,
that's
when
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
a
That's-
family,
that's
you're
what I'm
not going to
saying.
be like,
That's what I'm saying. Like this whole thing is like, that's how it is to have a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes. And you're not going to just
like
be
you're
like,
not. We can't just be like, yeah, that's how we would say it.
So-
but if you had a kid that said that, you'd be like, oh.
example, your mother. If your mother had something on, whatever. If your mother had something on that was like, let's say your mom is large. I don't know your mom, but let's say she's large. And she wore a little shirt and
He
little
said he knew
pants.
my mom. I was gonna lose my mind. Okay,
The mom's ours, I fucking know, right?
And she had a little shirt on and little pants.
Right.
And it was like something she shouldn't be wearing.
Look away, Phil.
But
Look away.
like Adam and I wouldn't be like, oh shit, you are
Right.
fat. No. But kids will be like, yeah, your stomach is sticking out of your shirt.
Why are you wearing that?
Why are you wearing that little ass shirt? You don't want them saying that because now that could hurt somebody's feelings.
Very
and you
true.
want them to understand that. So that's why, you address it that way.
There's some things that you can't say. Like I said, like I remember when I was a kid. Like I remember this. My dad still to this day has never told me. I hate this term. It's like I'll tell you when you're older. They'll say something like, oh,
No,
well, what do
I
you
don't
mean? What
use
was that? Well, that maybe that's just what my father did. Like, oh, they're being like, I understand like what they're saying. Like, oh, like, what do you mean? Oh, I'll tell you when you're older.
Well, if you're nosy in a damn conversation that shouldn't be, that's not regarded to you.
See,
I can see that being an
that
I
now
can,
that
I can
yeah.
totally see
I'll
that.
tell you another
I can
time, but
totally
this
see that.
is.
I'm not saying it did. It's escalated, but I can see it.
That conversation.
do you catch yourself saying bad words before it actually comes out, or does it happen and then you change that bad word into like hell or heck? You know what I mean? Like, does that happen?
I've been working on not
Yeah.
cussing as much, anyways. But sometimes you gotta emphasize shit.
Yeah, it just adds so
So
much
you-
flavor. to
You were
the
strong
answer.
about that word.
You have to.
He said you got to emphasize shit. Okay.
That's
Right.
how you
Specifically
you see the
shit.
effect of
Right.
it.
There
It's
was
just
a strong.
emphasize stuff. See how it doesn't hit like it normally does?
Yeah.
But with my son, he's old enough now to know right from wrong.
Right.
So I talk however I want to talk. I don't talk crazy like,
No, right.
Now I'll say stuff that I want to say to a certain degree.
Because it gets
Stuff I talk about
it gets
with you
across
guys?
to him
Yeah.
different.
Yes, I still cuss, but he knows. He knows. Oh, I'm not supposed to say damn. I'm not supposed to say, because he was saying we watched a movie, and I grew up watching all the movies,
Right.
scary movies, and all that shit. That's why I was fucking terrified of Boogeyman, Gremlins, all that shit when I was growing up. So I don't let him really watch. We don't watch scary movies, but he kind of watches movies that cuss. and things like that. And I'm kind of like, oh,
That's so common now.
But I've grown up watching all of them. I already knew, like, well, shit, I'm not supposed to say that around them.
Right.
You know, so I don't care. You know, if he does that, as long as he does it with his friends, that's cool, whatever.
Right.
But I caught him saying he didn't know that pussy was a bad word. So he was FaceTiming.
So he's just walking around normally business casual saying pussy?
But no, he was talking to his friend
Okay.
Julie's little sister did the same exact thing. But
on
continue.
FaceTime.
But continue.
He's, oh man, oh, you're a pussy. I said, hold on.
He's sitting there.
Look, I'm in the opposite room. Well, I know he didn't say pussy. Nah, he wouldn't have said that. Yeah, no. Go, pussy. Whoa, hey, buddy. No, we don't say that.
Chair falls on a hold on now.
Now, how the school district is set up, you say some shit like that, you're getting expelled.
Right.
What? You used to say that shit in
See, that's crazy.
class.
There's a whole different. You gotta think. It's not just what you say at home. It carries on to school.
Right.
Yeah.
Because now,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like-
offended. I'm a woman, I'm
Right.
offended. You're fucking 5. What do you mean you're offended?
Yeah.
No,
Shut
the
up.
parents offended.
Oh,
The parents are offended. The parents
Yeah.
are bigger deal than it is. You know, like it's also up to like the other parents to teach those kids. Like, hey, like some kids are assholes.
Right.
You know, like maybe you know what? And sometimes maybe it happens where your kid was the asshole. That's up to you to be like, hey man, why were you being an asshole?
Right.
You know, and like it's supposed to be this beautiful turn of, you know, like, hey, this kid made a mistake, and then you say, hey, you made a mistake, and then like it's up to the other parent as
Right.
well to be like, hey, like buck the fuck up, because guess what? Nobody can keep
No,
you
you don't
down,
say that.
and everyone can.
Well, I think
Because you're an amazing human being, and you can do absolutely anything, and don't let anyone talk to you like that ever again.
we're not in a world now where we're getting better.
Yeah.
We're getting worse.
I don't know if I agree with that, man. I mean, like,
And a lot of
And-
things we're getting worse.
you're talking about like socially.
Just in general. Socially, yeah, we're socially distant.
socially,
we did
yeah.
social distancing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're
not-
already socially
yeah.
distanced.
Yeah, but we're already distant already. We already talked about how, you know,
Yeah.
like you don't even know your neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't even talk to them. You know, like there's this level of distrust and like lack of even need to
Yeah.
talk to your neighbors or whatever.
Well, there's always time. There's always
Yeah.
time to get better.
Always.
And
Always.
we can
Always.
get better.
Yeah.
Boys, I
Let's
want
do
to say
better.
thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone. My
Thanks,
boy Mikey.
guys. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
Dave will be back soon, and we'll see you guys shortly.